Hi, guys. Before you get too far into this project, I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you about it. The purpose of this paper is for you to choose someone that is an inspiration, that you see as a great inspiration to others. Maybe it was the young woman who wrote a rap lyric talking about child brides. You could give her an inspirational word saying, best, most inspirational young person in the let's see, most inspirational young person to to stand up against child brides. All right. Um, for me, I'm going to be writing on Martin Luther King, so I would say most impactful civil rights leader. So you choose whoever you want to choose, but think about why, what makes them a inspirational person to others. Because you're going to kind of want to give them that title of most inspirational because kind of thing. That's going to help you formulate your ideas on how your paper is going to go. All right. While you're doing your researching, you're going to come across a lot of articles and you're going to get confused as to which article said what. I would strongly recommend that you download or make a copy of the articles that you find, and that way you can go back and find it easier than trying to look on the web. Now, I know for me, I did look on Britannica, that one site that I was telling you about. And when I show you today some things, I'll be referring back to that article. But if you choose an article that is not inside Britannica and it doesn't have a way to easily cite that article, I'm going to show you how to do that as well. You may not know what I mean by citing. Let me show you. I will show you in just a second. So these are the digital note cards right here. You each will get your own copy inside of Schoology. Here are the instructions. You need to at least complete two based on two different sources. So you have to get a minimum of two articles. You cannot do your paper on one article. Ideally, you have three articles, but I know that reading is a little bit of a challenge for some people right now. So I will be happy with two. In that, you need to have at least two note cards. Um, you can have is I've given you up to 5 note cards to use if you want, but you only have to complete thoroughly two. The notes you may not cut and paste. You may not cut and paste from the article and drop it into your note cards. I will know. It will show me that you did that. It's very important that you summarize a paraphrase and even put in bullet points. All you want to do is just extract just the details that you need for your own paper. And it needs to be in your own words. You also must have a minimum of 2 notes for each article. You're not going to have a very strong paper if you keep it to just a minimum of 2 notes. You're going to want to do more, all right? You will have quotes. You need to have at least 2 quotes from each article. Those quotes you may cut and paste into your note card. Remember, the purpose of research is to start learning about the chosen topic. You don't have to have a full understanding of where your paper is going to go at this moment in time. You're just now doing your research, and from that research, you're going to have a clearer picture as to why he's so inspirational. All right. So your reasons why he's inspirational should come after you do your research. Let me show you the note cards now. This is an example. This is the one that I did for Martin Luther King. And I got it all from this site right here, Britannica School High. Now, I know I told you about it, but I also want to show you. If you do get an article from Britannica School High, you can make the reading level easier, and you can even translate the article to your own language. Your note cards have to be in English. All right. So sorry, I don't read Spanish very well. I'm not going to have to read everybody's. I need to have it in English. And besides, you're supposed to be practicing reading and writing and speaking and doing all those other things in English. Okay. So the other thing that is really nice about this, so I'm going to have read some information from here. I'm going to read about his early life. And if I go back to the note card, I'm going to say in my biography paragraph, I could focus on the fact that Martin Luther King grew up in the South where racism was strong and how it noted the integration of race in the North when he worked in the North. I'll give some details about how he became a preacher first and went on to become a civil leader. Now, if you notice what this 3 is, that's the paragraph number. So when I go back to that article and I'm going to think, where did I find that information? This is going to help me locate that information in the article. It's going to tell me what paragraph. Um, when I go back into the article and I'm reading this article, let me go back to, I think I was on 3. Um, when I go to talking about the bus boycott, um, I forgot what I was going to say about that. Um, I don't have to write everything down. I can just give just a little bit of detail. I'm not rewriting the whole MLK thing. I'm going to be able to go back to the article and look, but I want to give some talking points. I know I'm going to want to talk about his leadership role of the bus boycott, and I can find that in paragraph A. I'm also going to want to talk about how he helped organize the Washington March, and that's where he gave his great I Have a Dream speech, and that was found in 13. Um, and I also want to make sure that I talk about him getting the Medal of Freedom after his death. There was a lot of stuff in that article. Britannica is very good for giving lots of good information. And then I also went on to find some quotes. Now this quote is a little long. I may not want to use the whole quote, but I also gathered a few quotes that spoke to me, and I put that there. Um, Now, if you'll notice, this is where I have my MLA citation. It's a little complicated. In today's lesson, I give you a slide on what everything means, okay? The title, where it's coming from. Usually before the title, you'll have the author's name. In this case, because it was Britannica, it didn't have the author's name. So you're not going to be able to give all the information, but you give what you can. If you do use Britannica, you have a really easy way of doing that. You have let's see, where is it? Cite. That little check mark, I can do cite, and it gives me all the citing information I need. And then I can cut and paste that and put that in my note card. That you can cut and paste. All right. So I wanted you to know how you can easily get the MLA citation for your note card, which goes right here. Now, if you don't have a way to do that inside the article that you're looking at, here is something else you can do. You can do something new. Go to document. You can just like start a new document. And I would even make sure that you mark this document as sites, um, sites for my site page. I would call it my site page. And then you have, let's see if I can find it, add-ons. Um, Here it's called the Easily Bibliography Creator. I think in some places it's called Cite. Oh, here it is, Citations. Citations is an easier one to do. And all you have to do on this one is select an option. We got this by a website. I come over here to the website. I copy the URL. I may have to move myself. Pop it in and search. Uh-oh. I think it's because it's Britannica, because it's through the school. If I were to look at this through, looking at it through our school site, but if I go to another Martin Luther King, let's see, Google. Martin Luther King. Now, in today's lesson, you're going to learn Wikipedia is a no-no, all right? Nobelprize.org. So that's a nonprofit organization that gives out Nobel Peace Prize. So that might be a good one. A Twitter account is not going to be good. History, that's always a good one. Okay, so let's go to the history one. If you see one that says history, you need to go for it because those are always strong. So now let's go back and copy the URL. Go back to our document. And let's go back to our tools, citation. We want to add a citation short. We're going to do by website. And we're going to pop in the URL. And we're going to continue. Now, if I can find this other information, I can put it in there. So let's see, history. Does it tell me? If I go down to the end. Okay, so it was last updated. Let's see. Last updated on January 12th, 22. The original published date was November 2nd, 2009. So let's see, what does it ask for? Published date, what did I say it was? November 9th, 2009. So 2009, November, and then 9. The publisher, let's see, does it give me the publisher? A&E Television Networks, so I can put that in there. So you may have to add a little bit to it. A&E Television Network. Do I have any other blanks? Do we have the author? Sometimes these sites don't have authors because it's history.com editors. So it's a whole bunch of editors. So we're going to put corporation or organization as the author. It's history.com editors. Okay, that looks like I have everything in there. So I can add my citation source. And now I have it. And then while I'm writing, this is really a good thing to do, because when I'm writing my paper, Martin Luther King, blah, blah, blah. King spoke at the uh, Washington March, or the March on what's called at the March on Washington. Now, if I wanted to, didn't spell that right. Okay. Um, Now it's going to give me my works cited page. All of this is going to be at the end. Oops. I don't know what I did. Talk about it, and then you can also add more, add another one, add as many as you can. All right. I kind of digressed from what I was doing. I may cut that part out. Okay, back over here. So this is where you're going to put that. When you have it all over here, oops, move myself again. You can insert the works cited, and then you can cut and paste this part and copy and paste into your card. All right, right there. Just cut and paste it, and you're good. All right. Now, as you're reading, you're going to do the notes, and you're going to be sure that you have at least 2 quotes. So you should have at least 4 quotes from 2 different articles by the time you're through. Ideally, and I expect those students that are wanting to pass the STAR, I would try to do 3 cards, all right, and 3 sources. That would be ideal. So if you have any questions about this, just shoot me an email. I'll be looking for it. I'll be watching you through Blocksy. Mrs. Munoz is watching. I was really happy to see that you guys worked so hard yesterday. The majority of you were on task, and I really appreciate you doing that while I'm gone. And I hope that you're enjoying this. And you guys, you may work with each other. You each have to do your own paper, but you can work with each other, okay? All right. I think we'll call that the end.